Alright. Okie doke, you can tell today's class is something that I really wanted to record because I'm using my studio mat at home. So hopefully this comes out correctly. Peace and blessings, everyone. Anjane here, and thank you for tuning back into my platform. As you can tell, today will be a yoga flow, and I'm kind of excited about it. So I guess we can consider this to be a feel-good flow, something to do when you're wanting to feel better than what you do, or when you're not feeling your best, one or the other. But grab what you need, whether that is props or your smudges. We'll meet right back here on the mat, and let's dive right in. In other news, because we are home today, that means that I get to use my sage as my smudge instead of my Palo Santo. Couple of necessary demographics here. Obviously, I am at home. If you hear sound of running water, that is my kitty fountain. I kind of like it. It's aesthetically pleasing. I have all of my pets here, so who you may or may not see in the frame, I apologize for. All right, so our sage is lit. All of the animals are where they should be. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Moving our smudges out of the way. You guys can sit in a seat that is comfortable for you, whether that is Sukhasana, which is easy pose, full lotus, or half lotus. As always, you guys know your options. And we're just gonna start with a couple of cleansing breaths to ourselves, placing your right hand right on your sacrum or your solar plexus chakra, right in between both, and your left hand going right over your heart or heart chakra. And we're gonna take a couple of cleansing breaths together, closing down your eyes, really sinking your awareness into your physical body. We'll take an inhale. And outer mouth exhale. Good job. Two more. Inhale. And outer mouth exhale. Last one, filling up with prana. Inhale. And outer mouth exhale. Good job. Taking your hands and placing them on the backs of your, or taking the backs of your hands and placing them on top of your thighs. We're gonna do a couple of shoulder rotations. So just moving your shoulders forward and back, whatever way is comfortable for you. Synchronizing our breath with each movement, forward and back. Pausing at the top and going counterclockwise, so dropping your shoulders in the opposite direction in which you were going. My dog is over here going crazy. Taking this movement up towards our neck, we're gonna pause with our shoulders and just take our right ear and drape it towards our right shoulder. A little bit forward. All the way forward, tucking your chin to your chest. Left ear starts to move closer towards the left side. Finally, left ear is at left shoulder, and all the way back, gently draping your head to the top of your neck. And just doing that a couple of more times intuitively. Just working our energy, doing these slow and intuitive movements just to re-regulate our central nervous system, rewiring how we feel currently so that we may feel better afterwards. Pausing with your chin at your chest, always going in the balance, going in the opposite direction, just slowly. Today's class will definitely be about using our breath with each move, especially when the objective is to feel better. Pausing once more with chin at your chest. Take an inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Bringing your head up to a neutral position, we're gonna meet in a tabletop, so coming into all fours. Moving my phone out the way. You want your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, making sure my stance is perfectly aligned. We're going to inhale, rounding those shoulders down our spine, creating an arch right here in our back and just gazing your forehead or third eye towards the sky. And on the exhale, slowly pushing everything away from you, concaving your chest, tucking your chin to your chest. You'll notice your shoulder blades are moving farther apart. Inhale, returning back to cow. Shoulders are backing down. Exhale, concaving in, chin to chest, curling like a cat. One more. Inhale, rolling those shoulders back and down, pushing up. Third eye greets the sky. And exhale, rounding that spine, chin to chest, really pushing the mat away from you. Returning back to a neutral spine, we're gonna walk our hands further up our mat as we melt our heart down, coming into Anahastasana, or melting heart pose. As you walk your hands forward, you'll notice your chest will easily melt down. Take an inhale. Exhale, sinking further. Taking a couple of intuitive breaths to yourself, taking this moment while in this melting heart pose to consider how your body may be feeling. What is something that you can do in today's practice to make yourself feel better? How can we rewire this day, rewire our mind to allow ourselves to start new and to feel better? Taking our last breath here, allowing yourself to roll up forward, one vertebrae at a time, returning back to that neutral tabletop. We're going to find an inhale as we peel this right arm off the mat. And on the exhale, threading it underneath that left arm and armpit, right shoulder blade, and the right side of your face comes to the mat. Extending this left arm up and over. Taking an inhale. And exhale it out. Left hand comes in to frame your face, pulling yourself back up. Right arm extends back up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale to wind it down. Left arm peels off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, threading that left arm underneath your right, left shoulder blade, and the left side of your face comes to the mat. Right arm extends up and over. Thread the needle. Taking a couple of breaths here, fill up with air. Take an inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Right arm comes in to frame your face, pulling yourself back up. That left arm extends up towards the ceiling and winds that left arm down. We're going to kick our feet to the right, sending our glutes to the mat, extending your legs directly in front of you. With our legs extended directly in front, we're going to inhale, arms come up by the side. On the exhale, hinging at your hips, forward folding to where your hands may fall wherever is comfortable. And if you need to create a bend in your knees, feel free to do so, as long as you are pushing through your heels, making this an active pose. You want it to activate your calves, your hamstrings, working its way up towards your quads, and then finally shifting towards your glutes. Pushing through your heels to where your toes are facing towards you activates this whole back side of your body. Folding to wherever is comfortable. Clasping our hands together behind this left leg, we're going to inhale. And on that inhale, pulling that left leg up, crossing it over to where we drape that left ankle on top of that right thigh, coming into a figure four. Inhaling our arms up once more. Exhale and fold. Really getting into that inner left hip flexor. Remembering to push through this right heel. Feel free to generously sway from left to right if that's too much tension on your inner thighs. Coming up onto our fingertips, using our hand to walk our body back upright. We're gonna ground this left foot on the opposite side of this right thigh, taking this right hand and wrapping it around that left thigh. Inhale here, tall spine. On the exhale, this left hand is gonna go behind your right glute and twist. Making sure to push through that right heel. Shoulders are down and away from you. We're going to release this twist, inhaling both arms upright, allowing this left leg to fall back over your right thigh. Exhale once more, forward folding, coming into that figure four. Coming up onto our fingertips, walking our hands back towards our body. We're gonna place our left foot onto the mat and bring our right foot to meet our left. Now we are in a Supta Baddha Konasana. And I'm gonna turn myself around so you guys can see me. This is considered a reclined butterfly pose. So our toes are touching, the blades of our feet are completely pressed onto the mat, and we're just pushing inside of our hip flexors and trying to ground our knees to the floor. I know that may not be possible, but it's just keeping the intention up here, just trying to really use your mind and your inner thighs to push those knees as much as possible. Wrapping our hands around our toes, we're going to inhale, rolling those shoulders back and down, puffing up that chest. And on the exhale, forward folding, bending at the elbows. Seeing if you can pull yourself closer to these toes. Wherever you may reach is totally fine. Inhale to lift. And exhale, pulling closer to fold. Again, gentle sway from left to right really helps here. Your next breath will carry your body back upright. We're going to close these knees like a book, grounding the soles of your feet onto your mat. Your hands are gonna go directly behind your glutes. And we're gonna move into some windshield wipers. Pushing through those palms, inhale. Exhale, leaning your legs towards the left. Inhale back to center. Leaning your legs towards the right, just some windshield wipers. That was a really deep hip opener. Finishing our last little bit of windshield wipers. Pausing at the top and extending our legs back to the outer edge of our mat. We'll find an inhale. Exhale, forward folding again. Believe it or not, forward folds are one of the best way to reprogram your central nervous system. Just really sinking into this forward fold, noticing how your body feels now compared to before. Taking a couple of inhales and exhales here. Your next breath, clasp your hands behind this right foot, finding an inhale, extending that right foot up. Exhale, crossing that right ankle on top of that left thigh, coming into a figure four, pushing through that left heel. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Coming up onto your fingertips, using that to walk your body upright. This right foot is going to ground on the opposite side of this left thigh. Left arm wraps around that right thigh. Right hand goes to left glute. Inhale, lengthening that spine. Exhale, twisting towards the right, wringing out your organs, really leaning into that twist. Pushing out that left heel, remembering to make this as active as possible. Taking an inhale here, and exhale it out. Squaring our hips back forward, finding an inhale, crossing that right leg over that left thigh. Exhale, forward folding once more in that figure four. Coming up onto those fingertips again, walking your body upright. The sole of your right foot is going to meet your left. We're back in Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly pose. This time, instead of forward folding over our legs, we're just gonna flap them like a butterfly. Really pushing down into your knees, like flap twice. And push, flap, flap, flap. And push. I know it sounds crazy, but I promise it'll do something. Push, push, push. And extend. Closing our knees like a book once more. Couple of windshield wipers, just because that is an extensive hip opener for some. Perfect. And now we're gonna kick these legs over to the right once more, coming up to this tabletop position. Rolling those shoulders back and down, we're actually gonna walk our knees to the outer edge of our mat. Big toes are going to come to touch. Sending your hips to your heels as we melt down for a child's pose. Extending your arms out wide and melting your heart down, coming into a child's pose. Taking an inhale and exhale it out. Allowing ourselves to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Closing down those knees, meeting back in a neutral tabletop. We're gonna now send our glutes to our heels, taking a seat on the tops of our heels as if we are in Virasana or Hero's pose. I feel like the sun is kind of blinding me right there. We're gonna come right here. Perfect. While we're here, and let me turn this way, gonna take a couple side body stretches, leaving your left fingertips on the mat. Find an inhale, extending that right arm up and over, leaning over towards the left side. Remembering to synchronize your breath with movement. Find an inhale, right arm comes up, left arm width. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up and over. Shifting your gaze towards the mat. Inhaling back up to center, both arms rise. Exhale, bending at the elbows, coming into a cactus arm here. I'm gonna do a little bit of core work. Inhale, we're gonna close this cactus, concaving our chest, chin to chest. Exhale to expand. Inhale, crunching in, concaving the chest. Exhale to expand. Last one. Inhale, concaving in, tucking the chin to the chest. Exhale to expand. Relaxing your hands behind you. We're gonna clasp our fingers together, untucking those toes to where the tops of your feet are flat on your mat. Find an inhale, and as you inhale, just allowing your shoulders to reach back down. Exhale, bending to where you're sending your hips to your heels. Forehead comes back to the mat, arms are extended up above. Allowing your hands to rest down on the small of your back. Sending the crown of your head to your mat, allowing your arms to come rest beside you. We are now in a rabbit's pose. Taking a breath in and exhale it out. Bringing your hands to frame your face to pull yourself back up. We're gonna kick these feet out back towards the right to have a seat as we close out today's class. This was just a little mini flow to help yourself feel better. Placing the backs of our hands on the tops of our thighs, we'll close out today's sequence with a cleansing breath, filling up with air. Take an inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Alrighty. Thank you guys for flowing alongside me today. I'm hoping that this little beginner mini flow was really great at helping you change and shift your energy to have a better start to your day. I thank you guys always for tuning in. Like, comment, or subscribe if you resonate and if you want to join the tribe. I look forward to flowing alongside you guys again, sending you infinite blessings and wisdom as you travel into your week. Peace.